If you've been around the GCC, then you've probably seen or had a class with Dr. Cory Barker. Reporter Anthony Palazzolo had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Barker and find out a little bit more about him in this week's Someone You Should Know.
Professor Cory Barker has been a faculty member at Bradley University for the past 5 years. Being an avid film fan himself, he looks forward to being able to share topics he enjoys with students while also mixing in some of their favorite topics as well.
I think being able to have those conversations in the classroom about topics that I'm passionate about and sort of find opportunities to discover what students are passionate about and the different ways that we can meet in the middle is really, really cool, especially in the film context.
Since being a professor at Bradley, Barker has had the opportunity to create a minor of his own, the Interdisciplinary Film Studies minor.
It was essentially developed from when I got here in 2018 and officially rolled out, I believe, in fall 2020. The first class that we taught that was new for the minor came in spring of 21.
Of all the classes he teaches in the minor, Professor Barker has a favorite that he enjoys teaching to his students the most.
You know, film history is really fun because you get to do such a broad, sweeping trajectory, but you get to talk about a lot of different topics, from the industrial changes to the politicization of film from the very beginning. The historical path allows you to discuss a lot of different topics and know that you're never going to be able to cover everything. And so there's a little bit of freedom there to sort of touch on different pieces of the story of Hollywood each week.
While there are multiple movies that Barker shows in his class, his favorites are ones that are able to spark interesting debates between his students.
I love when the students have a different reaction than me. In film history, actually, I screened Bringing Up Baby, which is a 30s screwball romantic comedy. That's one of my favorite movies. I thought it's a great representation of like 30s screwball comedy, and a lot of the students absolutely hated it. And we had a really interesting debate. What I thought was cool is by the end it felt like we came to not an agreement that we all loved the film, but it was an opportunity for people to sort of understand a little bit more of where the film is coming from historically, industrially, you know, kind of the cultural context of the genre. And those are the moments that I think are really fun.
If you want to learn more about Professor Barker and are interested in taking some of his classes, contact him at cabarker@bradley.edu. For BUTV News, I'm Anthony Palazzolo.